Well, come back to. Let's play the Capo too. I am so half asleep right now. Then again, I only woke up 1 hour ago. It's like 9 in the morning. Well, a couple of seconds anyway, by the looks of it. I hate mornings. I am not a morning person. Why? Why? Seriously, just why? Why are mornings so freaking goddamn boring and just, even if, like, for example, like, even if I stayed up the entire night and woke up in the evenings or something and then it came around to the mornings would be so boring that I would fall asleep even if I was energetic just like 2 hours ago. Mornings are so boring. But anyways, did Mr. Koshi-sensei tell her to do something? Can I help you?
そうか。そういえば、ここは桜井の教室でもあったか。安心しろ。貴様に用はない。
Huh? Then who?
みなつ、こっちよ。あ、アンズ先輩。
When Amakase found Anzu, she ran up to her.
例のものは慌てないで。ちゃんとあるから。
Calmly, Anzu took out something that looked like a notebook from her bag.
いいのか？持って行きなさい。すまん。ありがとう。
Something that only two of them knew about went on. I asked Akane who was as lost as I was. They look like such a scary pair.
ちょっとね。
Akane shrugged her shoulders and smiled bitterly. Amakase, what did you come here for?
残念だが、それはトップシークレットだ。貴様謎に教えるわけにはいかない。
What?
何？二人の中に嫉妬？
No way.
ともかく、アンズ先輩、これありがとうな。そんなにかしこまることはないわ。うん、ともかくありがとう。じゃあ、みなつはこれで。
Amakase bowed with a smile and left the classroom.
忙しい子だね。
Anzu, what did you give to Amakase? I didn't mean to be nosy, but just out of curiosity.
何って、私、みなつに何か渡した？
You know, she has a very odd-shaped head. I've said this before, but look at it. It's just like, the way it comes out like here, and then it comes down and just like goes like that. I don't know, it's like, I don't know how to... It resembles something, maybe, but I'm not sure what it is. She played the fool. What do you mean, did I give her anything? You gave her something that looked like a notebook right in front of me.
ノートみたいなやつじゃなくて、ノートを渡したの。
A notebook for what?
それは秘密です。
Oh god, it's a death note, isn't it? I guess she has no intention of telling me.
そんなこと言われたら私も気になる。
Good, Akane, tell her more. More! Good, Akane, tell her more. More, you've already said that. What the hell?
本当に大したものじゃないって。
If it's really nothing, then tell us.
そうだよ。ダメ。秘密は秘密。
And Anzu smiled meaningfully. We continued to ask her persistently what she gave to Amakase, but she wouldn't tell. That's realistically how I feel right now. Just tired. Skipply skip skip. The back rub of misunderstandings.
Good evening.
Good evening, what day is it today? I suppose it's probably around
maybe the 22nd, because I remember it being his usual time previously. My usual time, eh? Yeah, 22nd. Silence quietly pile up, continuously, enveloping everything and erasing all colors. Is this a dream? Is this someone else's dream? Or is it just my own dream? It makes sense, actually, because your mind is as blank as, well, this. Just a dream of only white. But then I thought, do even dream at all? And wondered, do what dream at all? I was certainly thrust into consciousness with an impact. I was certain that impact blew away some of the lines I'd memorized. I couldn't figure out what had just happened. A familiar face appeared in front of me. It's Sakura-san. I don't know why, but she's excited. What is it? Look at what? My brain didn't have enough glucose yet to be able to digest what Sakura-san was trying to say. I think I've read this exact line before. Outside? Outside. It took me about 5 seconds to understand what she was saying. I crawled out of bed and looked outside. It was covered with snow. No wonder it's so cold. As I shivered, I gathered the photocopied papers using the script by my bed. That's my response, honestly. Look out, it's just like, oh, it's snowing, right? Rather than, woo, it's snowing, it's going to play the snow. It's been more like, oh, I see. Sakura-san looked amazed. Response? I don't think so. You still do, Sakura-san, right? My guardian, whose age was unknown, nodded happily. Well, it is unknown. I mean, it's never been revealed or anything like that, but I remember looking up about it. Apparently, she's middle-aged. Seriously, Japan, you make things so damn confusing with these character ages. I can't believe it's snowing. It's only December. What? Why is it so hard to believe that it snows in December? I mean, it'd be hard to believe that it snows in December in a different country, but this, I don't know. I can't remember when it last snowed over here. I remember one year when there was like loads of snow and they were cancelling flights and all that. And I've mentioned this before. I was like in Northern Ireland at the time, and I was coming home for Christmas because I just went over there to visit my ex at the time. And once I got back, I was like, okay. Next day, all flights were cancelled. I was like, wow. If it had been a day later, I would have been stuck in Northern Ireland there. Just like, wow. And then, like, that whole thing with that one Iceland volcano as well. I remember that. And it was like, oh, cancel the flights, cancel them all. We're just like, oh, we're all highly advanced, but a volcano, oh shit. That's why, it's like things like that just make me like look at everything just like, we may be like advanced, but nature still can give us the middle finger a lot of the times. At Sinai Island was warm, so we hardly had snow before the end of the year, but it's a visual novel. It has to have snow if it's going to take place in the winter. We usually had snow after New Year's. Well, usually meant it happened once in a while. Snowflakes and cherry blossom petals were fluttering together in the air. It was a fantastic scene, but it was a common natural phenomenon for people on the island. As I walked shivering, I saw familiar faces walking together ahead of me. Anzu, Akane, and Amakase. I thought it was an unusual combination, but I guess it hasn't been lately. Whoever I thought it was a good thing that Amakase, who never wanted to hang out with anyone, was now hanging out with other people. Yo!
おはよう、よしゆき。
This reminds me of the intro where they turn around.
おはよう、よしゆきくん。
Except it wasn't so gloomy looking with the sky. Amakase was being unsociable as usual, but actually she just seemed to be abstractly looking up at the sky. Good morning, Amakase.
桜井か。おはよう。
I think we have seen this scene before. Maybe in the route before we actually got a route because it ended up with no actual route. Remember that? Why are you being so absent-minded?
別にぼーっとなんてしてない。
Yes, you are, right?
してた。アンズ先輩たちがそう言うならそうなのだろう。いや、何？ちょっとな。雪が珍しくてついな。
I guess the one difference here is when we got to the scene last time, we didn't see the scene where it was showed that she got a notebook from Anzu, so maybe it'll make it different because now he's not like, I never knew they were friends. Haven't you seen snow before, Amakase?
見たことがないわけではない。だがこうやって屋外で雪に遭遇するのは初めてかもしれない。
When I thought about it, Amakase was locked up in that place for a long time. Of course she was curious about snow.
じゃあさ、みなつ。
When you said that made it sound like she'd seen snow indoors before, but obviously she would have observed it from indoors while it was outdoors. That'd be odd otherwise.
冬休みに入ったら一緒にスキーに行かない？ナイスアイディア。スキー？あれ？Amakaseさん、スキー知らないの？ちょっと待ってくれ。
The only thing I know about skiing is, well, nothing really. I mean, my knowledge of when I see skiing, it's usually in those fail videos. Or I think of that one South Park episode with that one douchey skier who's like, more like stand dash! And they have that montage song appear for the first time because it wasn't actually Team America that it first showed up in, I think anyway. Amakase put her hand to her temple, and that weird chick with the weird, deformed, creepy boobs. I heard the sound of a motor from somewhere. Oh, and the Hitler shit mustache as well. I don't know what she understood, but Amakase nodded.
雪上での移動手段のことだな。スキーに行くとはどういう意味だ？だからスキーをするために雪山へ旅行に行かないかってことよ。そんなものが面白いのか？面白いと思うけど。板を足につけて坂を滑り降りるだけだろ？何が楽しいのだ？疾走感かな？それとも爽快感？ともかく気持ちいいの？
Until you hit a tree.
そうなのか。移動手段であるスキーをわざわざしに行くなんて本末転倒のようにも思えるが。
I don't think I could freaking handle skiing, honestly. You're going down a mountain and you're just like, oh shit, 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 shit. Then again, it does sound like fun as long as you don't freaking screw up. Which you inevitably probably will when you're beginning. It's just like, okay, let's go skiing on a very dangerous mountain. To like practice, just like, no, you should start small, man, start small. I wonder if there's any skiing in Wales. I mean, we tend to have a lot of hills and mountains. One I can imagine, maybe is it called Snowdonia or something like that? I wonder if they have any skiing over there. I've never actually been, so I don't know if it actually is a kind of mountain that would actually have skiing that be possible. Well, with a name like Snowdonia and it being I think the biggest mountain in Wales, it probably is. I don't know. Akane looked at me as if begging for help. With weird eyes. It's a sport. You go down the slope at high speed. When you become good at it, it's really fun. Till you hit a tree. I didn't dislike skiing. Actually, I liked it quite a bit. Have you been, though? I tried to think of a ski slope. Sakura-san and Junichi-san took me skiing when I was little. However, we hadn't gone for a long time because Sakura-san didn't like leaving the island.
そうそう、空に景色もいいよ。白金の山、舞い散る雪の結晶、そしてゲレンデに咲く一輪の花、花咲き茜。
Why'd she say her name?
聞いた限りでは面白そうな感じはしないが。
Was her name a flower or what? I wouldn't be surprised.
伝わらないかな、この私の心の情景が。
But I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong as well, because I know very little about flowers.
みなつはスキーをしたことがないの？ない。まるでない。そう。なら経験してみるのも手ね。あれの役にも立つかもしれない。本当か？
Anzu nodded. What are you talking about?
桜井には関係ない。いいか、アンズ先輩。
Amakase took Anzu's hand and left.
ちょっと待ってよ、アンズちゃん、Amakaseさん。
Akane chased them hastily. They're so energetic. It was too cold for me to chase them. Phew. I let out a sigh. I wondered if they were really going on a ski trip. I became a little envious. Mr. Hat. It was lunchtime. As I thought of what to eat for lunch, the classroom door was forcefully thrown open. It was Amakase. She made a beeline for Anzu as soon as she came into the classroom.
みなつ、早かったわね。大急ぎで来たから結構疲れたぞ。じゃ、学食に行きましょう。ここ、あかねも。はいはい。よし、行こう、先輩たち。
You girls are getting close lately.
あれ、なんだ桜井、いたのか。
You know, she doesn't show that cold hatred to him that she did early on, does she? You know, I've been there the whole time, you just ignored me. I mean, sure, she still kind of ignores him for the most part, but it's not like I dislike humans, especially you.
バレたか。
She's unusually cheerful. Amakase is never this cheerful when she's with anyone else. She and Anzu must really get along well.
あれ、吉行、いたんだ。
Damn you. You and Amakase have become close lately.
同志みたいなものだから。
Comrades? What's that supposed to mean? I didn't think Anzu was secretly a robot too. Wait, that might make sense! Besides, nobody knew Amakase was a robot in the first place. That's why she's able to remember everything. She was a robot all along. That turns out to be a plot twist. I'll be like, really? We're doing that?
アンズ先輩は桜井と違ってよくできた人物だからな。信頼してるんだよ。それは言えてるかも。
Whatever.
ああ、希代の傑物と言っても過言ではあるまい。それは過言だと思うよ。そうか？私たちは学食に行くけど、吉行も来る？
No thanks, I'm going to get some bread at the store and find somewhere to eat it.
あらそう。じゃ、
And then the choice will probably lead him to you anyway.
じゃあ吉行またね
Amakase left the classroom with Anzu, Koku, and Akane. I didn't know what was going on, but it was a good thing that she'd start hanging out with some humans. Although I never saw her hanging out with anyone else, though. But she was already getting so much better than before, she wasn't speaking so stiffly these days. It was amazing progress for Amakase, who openly declared hating humans. You know, I find it weird how he's like, when she's not hanging out with anyone else. That tends to be the case though, isn't it? You find a group of friends and you stick with it. You don't just hang out with anyone. However, hates humans, huh? I was sure that considering what she had to go through, she wasn't having an easy time of it. Growl. My stomach growled as I thought about her.
おい、吉行、飯買いに行くんだろ。置いとくぞ。
Are you... Do you want to eat a robot then, Yoshiyuki? Yeah, I'm going. Oh well. I stopped thinking and headed to the store with Wataru.
ん
What is it? After we bought some bread, Wataru and I was wandering around the school to find a place to eat, and Wataru suddenly stopped.
子供だ。
A child? When I looked, I saw a little boy who was about 4 or 5 years old looking around. Is he lost? Hi, what happened to you, lost? Did someone just come up to you with that kind of tone of voice? Hi, what happened to you, lost? And after I thought about it, I decided to talk to him.
こんにちは
The boy stood straight up and froze because he was surprised someone talked to him. Hello.
お兄ちゃん3年3組ってあっち
That voice acting. Hello. The boy pointed in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, he was pointing to the cafeteria. Class free.
俺らのクラスだ。
No, class free is over there. What's going on though?
ね僕忘れ物届けに来たの
The boy showed what he had in his hands. I see. Do you want us to deliver it for you?
おう自分で届けられるよあっちだね
I'm projecting that this probably has something to do with Anzirald and Amakase, but you never know. Yeah, you'll see it.
ありがとうお兄ちゃん
The boy bowed and then left us.
へえ、大したもんだな。
Yeah.
希代の傑物とはまさにああいうガキのことを言うのかもしれん。
I think he looked like someone I know. We didn't...
ク
What?
ラスの誰かの家族なんだろうから当たり前だろう。
You're right.
さ、んなことよりさっさと飯食っちまおうぜ。
They're hiding the identity! Just like, oh, it looks like someone I know. Just like, could it be Anzu? Or could it be Amakase? Or could it be a different character's relative entirely? It'd be kind of weird either way, really. Yeah. Do skip. This isn't the entrance.
レイありがとうございます
I didn't join in because I didn't feel like it. What a strange feeling having homeroom on the set of a haunted house. As soon as homeroom ended, our classmates left in groups of 2s and
じゃ
3s.
あね吉行
Sure, see you.
あれあんず帰っちゃうのこれから花より団子寄ってこうと思ってたんだけど行かないごめん今日はちょっと用事があるのそっか残念じゃまたね
Anzu waved goodbye and left the classroom. Well, I guess I'll go home too.
ねえ吉行
No, I'm not going either.
じゃ
I like when they do those eyes. Amakase was standing alone in front of the shoe lockers. It felt like I saw Amakase quite frequently by the shoe lockers these days. She looked so lonely as if she was an abandoned puppy. Yo, Amakase.
桜井と貴様に用はない。
Was it my imagination, or did she smile for a second? No, she actually did. She quickly put on a frown. What are you doing here, spacing out?
別にぼーっとなどしていない。ところでアンズ先輩は一緒じゃないのか？
You know, that's the exact kind of question that, not her question, but the why you're spacing out question. I can imagine that being directed at me quite often, just like, why are you spacing out? I don't know. I don't hang out with Anzu all the time.
そんなことは分かっている。アンズ先輩はどこにいるか聞いているだけだ。
No, you weren't.
上げ足を取るな。いいから質問に答えろ。
Oh boy. Anzu left the classroom before I did. Didn't you see her?
みなつも今ここに来たばかりだからな。アンズ先輩らしき人は見なかった。
Then she's probably left already. She said she had something to do.
そうか。ならば仕方がない。今日は諦めるとするか。
You know, looking at the walkthrough to the side, it looks like Anzu probably has like two different types of routes, like the normal route and maybe a different one as well. I don't know. Kind of like Coco. Maybe. Is that the case? I don't know, because it says like it specifically points out a save point. Or maybe it has nothing to do with that at all. I don't know. And because it turned around, I don't know what you needed, but you want me to help you?
別に桜井に手伝ってもらうことなど。
As she started to speak, she stopped. Then she fell silent.
いや、桜井でも構わないか。
Which is it?
アンズ先輩に本屋に連れて行ってもらおうと思っていたのだが。
I can take you to a bookstore.
いいのか？
Yeah, I don't have anything to do anyway.
そうか、すまない。案内してくれ。
Sure thing, follow me. I stepped outside with a spring in my step. A spring in my step? I get it, I'm happy that Amakase relied on me.
こら、どんどん先に行く
You better hurry up if you want to catch me, otherwise I'll leave you behind.
な。待ってこら、この子供め。
And forget to pause. Somehow I felt happy and headed towards the shopping district. By the time Amakase and I arrived in the shopping district, the snow had stopped and we could see the sunset. Here we are.
すまない。
Amakase faltered as she thanked me. How unusual of her to show me gratitude.
もう帰ってもいいぞ。
Well, it's not like it's the first time that's happened. Well, we came this far. I'll take you to a bookstore. I know the way around inside.
そうか。じゃあ、店の案内も。
She started to talk, but she was distracted. Oh, it's the one character that shows that looks very different. Wait, no. What am I saying? The ones on the sound thing. Sound options, where it shows the faces of all the characters that have a voice. This is the only one we haven't seen. I followed her eyes and found a moo, or whatever, walking around. What the hell is a moo? I've seen moos before in the shopping district when they were having a sale, but I think this one is different. She had a shopping bag in her hand, so I guess she was doing the shopping for her owner. Explain! Amakase stared at the moo with her mouth open. Are you curious?
なんだ、桜井か。脅かすな。
Wait, we've been together all this time.
別に気になるわけじゃない。
Yet her eyes were glued on the moo. After all, she's like your relative, isn't she? Is she like some kind of robot then?
みなつをそこいらのロボットと一緒にしないでもらおうか。みなつは最新鋭なのだ。
I guess she knows what a moo is. I don't! But isn't it strange that she's still more advanced? Isn't it strange how we don't explain what the fuck a moo is? And because I had been asleep in that cave for a long time, the moo just came on the market pretty recently. And of course it looked like a maid because it's Japan. What is with Japan and their maids?
何か
Because Amakase kept staring at her, the moo came over to talk to her. That and cat girls. Then again, you could say the same about the West and, you know, like, Playboy, why the rabbit? Amakase hid behind me.
あら、あなたは。なんでもない。ジロジロ見たのは謝る。悪かった。仕事に戻ってくれ。そうですか。では、買い物の途中ですので、失礼いたします。
The moo bowed respectively and left. The moo looked like a human, but when I compared her with Manatsu, she was visibly more mechanical. I guess Manatsu was made to be exactly like a human. Then what the hell was the point? You made this robot that's pretty much a human, except a robot, and runs on bananas. Why?
焦った。
After letting out a sigh behind me, she went back to where she was. Her behavior was so naturally human I couldn't help giggling. Haven't you ever talked to a robot before? Talked.
何を言うか、そんなことはないぞ。話したことくらいはある。
Or in other words, not really.
でも、緊張するのだ。察しろ。
Amakase pouted.
でも、あいつもエモーショナルサーキットにリミッターがかけられていた。なんか、かわいそうだ。
Amakase muttered as she looked in the direction the moo walked in.
さて、帰るか。
Hey, what about the reason you came here for?
目的？ああ、本屋に行くんだったな。
If you please.
すっかり忘れていた。店の案内頼むぞ。
Okay. We won't show the inside of the bookstore though, because we couldn't be asked to draw it. I wondered how long it had been. It felt like we spent quite a bit of time just looking around.
全部じゃないけど、大体思っていたものは変えたな。
I assumed Amakase was going to buy comic books or novels or even magazines and references books, but I was wrong. Amakase asked me to take her to a section for books on law, a section for books on physics, a section for business books on mastering human nature. All rather difficult categories. Well, are you really that surprised? I mean, sure, her personality doesn't fit it, but she is a robot, and like, with human emotions and all that, she's bound to be curious about this shit. This is unexpected.
何がだ？
No, what would be unexpected is if she took you to the adult section and got books from there or something. Or if she got like very suspicious books like Mein Kampf or whatever the hell it's pronounced as, just like, Amakase, about this book that you want, why do you want this book exactly? That you're reading books like these.
どんな本を読もうが、みなつの勝手だろ。
Nope, but is it fun reading those kinds of books? To be honest, I just couldn't understand those categories. It's just like, my brain hurts thinking about them, but then again, I've never really studied physics much.
別に楽しいわけではない。計画のために必要な知識だと思うから、購入したまでだ。
You know what I really hate is that math is like my weakest subject. And because of that, it makes a lot of things just freaking needlessly pain in the ass. Have you ever noticed that math is used pretty much in anything? Literally anything. I've seen it used in freaking music. It gets used a lot in science, physics, all kinds of shit. And it's like, unless you're really good with math, it's just like, if you were good at math, it'd make these subjects much more easier to understand, I imagine. It's such a bitch. Just like math is like, as people say, is pretty much like human torture of the brain. It's like, ah! But if you're actually able to do good at it, you get a better start on other subjects. The plan?
それを桜井が知る必要はないだろう。
Well, I guess not. That was true, but of course I want to know if she put it that way. A flying banana puppet. Wherever I suddenly pointed at the sky, I keep pronouncing that word wrong every time, I imagine. Amakase looked up at the sky. At that moment, I grabbed one of the books Amakase was holding. The book I pulled out was nothing like those difficult books. Oh? Let's see. You can do it too. An introduction to computers which even a cow can understand for extreme beginners. Oh, I see. Now this one makes the most sense now, doesn't it? You know, when I was like looking for courses a while back, and you remember that guitar course I mentioned? It actually got cancelled because it didn't have enough members, which is pretty sad, but what can you do, really? And one of the subjects in there is like, when it came to computers and all that, they had like courses that said something like computers for the terrified or something like that. Just like, that's a weird name for a course. Does this have anything to do with the plan too? You don't need to tell me. Here. Amakase grabbed the book as I held it out to her.
これは計画には全然関係ない。趣味だ。趣味で購入したのだ。
What hobby?
ほら、ファンだ。著者のファンなのだ。みなつは。
A fan, huh? I don't think authors for these how-to books are particularly well known.
そうだ。そうに決まっている。みなつは最新鋭なんだぞ。高性能なんだ。パソコンのことなど何でもわかるに決まっているだろう。
You know, it seems kind of dickish how they like make those kind of guides, isn't it? Just like something like, say for guitars, it'd be like guitar for dummies. It's just like freaking patronizing you. It's just like, ha, you don't know shit. I'm gonna teach you because I'm a master and you're a noob. It could be true, but still, you don't freaking give that kind of attitude. You just make them just be like, oh, I won't bother then. Well, I don't know about you being innovative, but I know you're high maintenance.
そうだ。その最新鋭のマシンが機械音痴だなんてことあるはずがなかろう。
Yeah, maybe it's true. Is it? Well, I guess.
なんだってみなつはパソコンなんて朝飯前なんだからな。
It seems in my family, whenever it comes to computers and all that, it's usually me or my brother that get asked to sort something out. And I'm just like, you know, my knowledge of computers isn't really all that great. And basically what I do is, if there's something that I don't understand, I Google it. That's kind of the logical thing to do in our world nowadays, isn't it? If you don't understand something, Google, do you know? Get no results for it? Fuck, Google doesn't know either. The answer is non-existent, apparently. If it was 50 years ago, it would be different, but being able to work with computers nowadays wasn't anything to be proud of. Or if you're just like, okay, I'll find the answer, you find the answer, but the answer is so damn confusing that you don't understand it anyway.
ましてや昨夜メディアがドライブから取り出せなくて一晩中悩んでいたなんてことは絶対に。
Amakase froze for a moment. I guess she couldn't tell lies. I see, that must have been a problem.
違う。
I didn't even know what she was trying to deny at this point, but I just disregarded her. Amakase turned beet red instantly. She seemed to be trying to suppress her embarrassment. How does a robot blush? She declared and left with her beet red face. I wondered what Amakase was planning to do with that many books. That was the only thing that concerned me.